Yo, Big Mike, Coach Theo here on Common Sense. If you, which I doubt, but if you end up seeing this video, I wanted the first thing you hear from me to be, I love you and God bless you. Okay, I know you don't believe in God, but may God give you the strength to deal with things in the best way possible from this point. Okay, bro? Love you. Peace. Yo, guys, Coach Theo here on Common Sense. Okay, guys, I definitely thought I was done talking about the entire situation with Solomon Nelson, Mike Israetel, and now Milo Wolf has kind of inserted himself into things. But so much has gone down the last few days, speaking of Milo Wolf inserting himself, right? So, yeah, it's made me feel and think many things, and I feel like doing another video, alright? But before we go on, especially if you're someone that's new here, I'm going to give you an uncommon sense perspective on things, okay? So I will be commenting on the people and the situation going on, but use it as an example and or starting point to make some other things that I think are very important that came up for me yesterday, actually. Yesterday, seeing just the last few updates, seeing Mike's post and stuff, it's like a lot of things came over me about things I wanted to talk about. So, look, I may have chosen to call this video something like in defense of Mike or something. It's not really what it's going to be. I'm not a fan of Mike. Those that know me will know. But I'm also not going to just shit all over Mike. I'm going to come at this from a more human perspective. Okay, so basically, people are already going to talk about exactly what's going on. PhD paper, Solomon Nelson, he kind of tears it apart. People react to this, days pass, they go by, me, other people, they do videos, and then Milo Wolf comes into the picture, brings Mike in his video, where basically they say that, they claim the paper Solomon went over, it was an early draft, was uploaded by mistake, here's the real thing, and look, that's much better. And then pretty much the implication, and some people really demanded that Solomon apologize, take his video down. I never thought he had anything to apologize about regardless, but now it turns out that it was indeed the right paper all along, and there's lots of conclusions and things that can be put together from this, but this is where I leave it to other people and talk about what I want to talk about. Obviously, I think Mike fucked up. I think Milo fucks up, that, joins in, and now he's, they call him a lapdog, but anyone that too strongly takes Mike's side, argues for his case now, attacking Solomon, they're not going to look great, okay? But you know what came to mind for me yesterday, looking at so many people reacting to this, I'll tell you, this is the order I'll do. Basically, something for me that I've thought about a lot this year, noticed, paid attention to, especially this year, is one trait that I really, really, really dislike about human beings, that I think we should do our best to transcend, okay? It's our tendency to prefer to look at the negative over positive, and specifically criticizing, putting others down, other than lifting ourselves up, okay? And this can be, the worst case would be, of course, when it's someone that's actually great, genuine, honest person, and someone just feels bad seeing them, so they make up whatever they can to try to put them down, to feel better about themselves. But even people that are worthy, deserve criticism, of course, someone has to do it. But even then, I see that it's a very tempting drug, an escape for people, escaping having to look at themselves, But even if someone fucked up, just because you laugh and point, join in on the hate on them that they might deserve, doesn't make you good. Does it make you, just because someone fucked up and you look at it and say they fucked up, did that make you better? I don't think so, right? Basically, this is going to be relevant because it's something I've thought about a lot, right? So Mike, it's someone I never liked. I mean, mainly to begin with as a fitness influencer, content creator, right? When I saw him first time, 5-6 years ago, that my immediate analysis was that, okay, this is a guy that overcomplicates things with science. To me, it seems most like a gimmick to come off like credible, like an authority. I know what I'm talking about, but in reality, it's gonna make a lot of people confused. It's all more complicated and confusing than it has to be, right? And this is my initial impression. I never really see anything that I'm like, oh, that's something I want to implement from Mike. Then he starts to gain more notoriety, more fame, and I of course don't like that. Again, it's not like I'm sitting here steaming about it. It's just like, if I got to pick, this is not the person I'd promote and make like a celebrity in this sphere, right? But then of course now I start to actually dislike the person a bit more. Honestly, that's also the thing. Mike feels like someone I want to like, because there is a part of him that is likable. When he's genuine, he can be funny, you know, but yeah, he makes it hard many times. Now it's, of course, other than making himself out to be this science authority that I don't think he is, having a big ego about things, right? And being all cocky and loudmouthed in a way that, yeah, it doesn't sit well with me. So now it's not just as I actually like, I don't like this guy. So when people start, there are some concrete things that happen, and people start making videos and calling Mike out for real. It's like, I'm like happy to see it, you know, and I made a few videos myself before this, right? It's like amusing and satisfying, like, fuck yeah, like this guy that I felt like I know all along, what's up with all these other people see it now because of these things going down, right? So, and yeah, I think then he should be criticized. But then yesterday, when it was just so big, like pretty much my point is that since I want to be very careful, I see people overindulge in being critical towards other people, even people that fucked up, right? It's something I want to, because I'm a YouTuber here, and I'm someone that's going to be critical of people, but I want to really watch myself. What place am I coming at this from? And am I doing it too much? Okay. So now that a person that I had criticism towards for so long is actually being really criticized, being put out there, that's what comes to mind, you know, like, that's why I feel doing a video like this, because it's like, okay, the guy, it's like I've been waiting for him to like, fuck up and be called out. When it actually happens on the biggest, like this is the biggest I've seen so far, right? I see people, Solomon's video has probably 1.2 million views as I speak, at least. I've seen people that normally wouldn't comment or talk about Mike, comment on it, right? It's so big. And then what comes to mind for me is like, okay, now I want to make sure that I just don't take the chance to just shit on Mike, just so I feel good and don't have to think about how poorly I am doing with some other things that Mike has nothing to do with, right? I have nothing concrete. I am doing all right. Okay, but you see, as this drug escape that I feel like people do, and therefore also take the chance to kind of warn you that, look, if you see this tendency in yourself to just love following the people that fuck up a bit too much, okay, drama, a bit of interest in it, a bit of amusement, that's fine. But be honest, only you know the truth about this, right? No, that's what I felt when I saw all this stuff yesterday, you know. And the thing is, even if I say I dislike someone, even on a personal level, outside being an influencer, that, you know, I know that people aren't just good or evil, good or bad. It's another big flaw with humanity, that we think very binary like this. So I always try to figure a person out. Even a person I don't like, it's like, can I understand where they're coming from? So I at least can see more than like this malicious actor. Can I see the little hurt child there, you know? To some degree, right? And so Mike has been open about being bullied. I don't know much details about that, but it's something I know he's spoken about, and it's not super surprising with some ways you see him act. And to me, I think the entire being the Dr. Mike, science authority of fitness, I think it was less motivated by just money grab or something, you know. I think it's because for whatever reason, Mike has been made to feel small in his life. I don't mean just literally, but that too, by people around him, and really would like to feel like the big man, you know. And this is a chance to get to be that. See, you know, could it be the best in the actual bodybuilding or powerlifting, and that be good? He has good results, of course, but couldn't be the best there. But he could be big guy, big man, Dr. Mike, you know. And that's also what I see from a lot of his like behaviors. You know, I'm bigger and stronger than Mike Mentzer, these things that he says, and I'm better at making fun of people than you are, or it would only take this and this long for me to, you know. Mike could have gotten away with so much more, I think, be more likable if he, you know, didn't have to be biggest and smartest all the time, because that's what it looks like to me. Always has to be. It's like now he's actually starting to concretely say that's my fault or things about things going down. But initially, when admitting that, oh, it was actually the right thing that Solomon looked at, and there was no admission of wrong. There was no apology to Solomon or anything. This is what I've seen before. You know, it's like, oh well, I dish it out, so it's fair that people take this, but it's kind of hot to get all this criticism. Well, any acknowledgement that you actually fucked up, you know. That's what I mean. A pattern I see with Mike, the inability to just say like, hey, you know what, I was wrong. For, you know, people like, oh, self-deprecating humor and stuff, you know, just making fucking gay jokes about yourself and stuff. It doesn't mean that you can be humble or like that, you know. Actual responsibility, like, I did fuck up there, you know, and just letting it go, not having to be big man Mike all the time, you know. It's kind of rambly. I probably should have recorded this video yesterday when, I don't know, I felt a lot in the moment, but it's like, do you know what I'll tell you? First of all, what I mean is that imagine being someone like Mike, and let's say you were bullied, made to feel small, you know, powerless, like you do in that way. So you want to be big bodybuilder, strong man, and then science man Mike, right? Understandable. But this is the thing I myself noticed, someone with a way more modest following on social media, like 22,000 here on YouTube. I noticed that it's intense, both the negative and the positive. Everything can get to your head. You can feel like, oh, hate, oh, people just criticize me, or like, see, I'm fucking great because all these people, they tell me I look good, blah, blah, blah. Imagine having millions and millions, you know. It's like anyone that thinks they would do a better job in a position like Mike's, well, yeah, it's always easy. That's what I also my critique to people. It's very easy to say from the sidelines how people should doing it, who's doing wrong and that. Someone needs to do it, but that's why I'm warning you, like, don't do too much of it. But the last point I actually want to make here is that absolutely, initially, and that when people actually start calling out Mike more directly, and I feel like fucking just rectified, and I said like, yeah, fuck, I knew it. You know, I've been seeing this all along. Yeah, it's amusing. I have my laugh at it, satisfaction at it. But do you know, honestly, do you know what I honestly, genuinely would prefer to see? Actual admittance, like, you know what, I did fuck up. Like, opening up about why I haven't been feeling good in this and this way. I can see how I let these things go to my head, or whatever it is, right? And then actual changed behavior. Do you know that? I want to like people. I said about a person like Mike, I want to like him because I see glimpses of when I like him, you know. But the immoral things he does now, like there seems to be actually lies and cover-up attempts around his thesis. Like, even when dealing with it, not really apologizing and stuff. And right now, me at least not expecting any changed behavior. It's like, okay, I guess it's fine now. I won't feel too bad about talking shit about Mike, right? But it's like, I prefer it so much to see you just do better. That's what I want with anyone, you know? Do better. Is it that guy, Joey Swole, that says that? No, but yeah, guys, it's like, I will never be the drama guy, you know. It's a particular person that I've had my views on. I'll definitely chime in. You know, drama isn't, you know, it isn't wrong, you know. We're people, human beings. It's you know, point is, it's nothing completely wrong with drama, but I feel it many times, you know, like, why I'm in this thing. I'm so happy about the way I changed my life, including with natural bodybuilding and fitness. You know, I just want to help people, talk about that. Look at other people, how they lift their way. Oh, cool idea. I'll try his workout or his exercise or that tweak. Or you know, these are the things I want to be into. And now we're here having to talk about people fucking lying, pretending to be big science man on a shit paper and keep trying to covering up and that. And, oh, who's a fake daddy? Oh, that person lied, blah, blah, blah. Guys, just tired of it. So yeah, guys, us that have felt like we've seen through Mike for a long time. And Milo, by the way, don't care much for the guy. Felt like I saw through him in a similar way right around when he showed up. Of course, we can take some satisfaction in this, laugh a little bit, eat the popcorns, enjoy the drama for a little bit. But I guess what the two main points I want to bring here is like, always look at the human, you know, don't dehumanize people. I don't want to dehumanize someone, even that I think as kind of fucked up, is not very moral in some ways, right? I'd prefer to see, where can I see the little human that's just hurting and made wrongs to begin with, right? But the other thing would be, Remember to put your focus where it mainly should be, you. You know, other people fucking up doesn't make you better, okay? Can laugh about it, can criticize a little bit, then it's up to you. I don't know, guys. It's strange. I'm actually very surprised that I feel the way I do. It's like, I wouldn't say that I feel bad for Mike, necessarily. It's just that, I guess, at least for me personally, it's like, I've transcended that. That like, see, the person I already didn't like, they fucked up. It's like, yes, like I said, to a degree, first, it's satisfying, but then it's like, you have had many chances to be better. I'd really prefer to see that. It's like, it actually makes me a bit sad. You know, that's what I said. When I saw, I shared Solomon's post on Instagram about like the recent updates. I'm like, disappointing, not surprising, but disappointing. Actually, I feel like I'd love so much to see someone I like really not liked just come around and be better. Actually, like, wow, when does it ever happen, you know? Well, guys, I don't know. I'm a little bit lost in thought. Have a little cold. I'll just leave it here. You know, like, comment. I do coaching. Have the Consistent King course. Have the Uncommon Sense bodybuilding book. Kind of the opposite approach to Mike, that I actually make stuff clear, you know, simple and clear. Things that work, that doesn't confuse you, okay? So you can pick it up in the link. Subscribe for more content about fitness, fast losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, spirituality, mindset. It is a mindset, guys. Critical but fair. Humans, even people that suck, they are human beings, okay? Remember that. And look at you, not others too much. Look at you to know how you're doing, okay? Peace.